Bring it back.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'll see if we can move down. That's where he was Nobody's come in. One person, one call, one sale. Better than being closed, huh? Better than being closed, huh? They would have called tomorrow. No, they would have went to the called by and said.
couple seats right here.
Throw this on in a minute. Let it cool down a little bit.
I'll go like this. Can you hear me? Yes.
I am really very happy to see such a big crowd and a big turnout. Just, you know, everyone seems to think they're misled. They think this is like Veterans Day, and it's not. This is to honor the people that did not make it back. But, you know, I was just handed a piece of paper a few minutes ago, and I was really amazed at the fact we still got like 25 World War II members that are on our charter that have not passed away yet. A lot of them are in homes and stuff, but we were really shocked. Okay, at this time, let me say one more thing. We're going to have two things outside. If you feel the heat's too much, you don't have to go, but they're going to be real short on both of them. We're going to have the Scouts do a flag burning ceremony, and we're also going to have the Hauser dedicated that we just picked up in Anniston, Alabama on last Monday. Honor Guard Captain, would you please present the colors?
Honor detail, in foot, rifle squad, Fort Arms. Color bearer, stand fast. Detail, forward, mark. Dip, 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 2, 3, 4. Detail, halt. Guido, post. Rifle squad, post. Color bearer, advance the color. Guide on, reform. Rifle squad, reform. Color bearers, reform. Detail, forward, march. Lift, 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 2, 3, 4, lift. Detail, hold.
You may be seated this time, our coach time, our scouts will please assemble down front.
Detail,
Please rise as we lead Remain standing, Pat, where you at?
Right here.
Captain will lead us in the national anthem. As a veteran, I am so proud of this community that we have here. I look out here amongst everybody and see the amount of people that showed up to celebrate this day. It is a celebration and a giving thanks to the veterans that have served our country. I have the honor, and I thank our Post Commander, Ruff Pennington, over here for giving me the honor of doing this program again this year. Ruff, thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. We also have our auxiliary that comes out and supports whatever we do all the time. Auxiliary, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Sue. This speech that I'm going to give was written for me about 3 years ago by a dear lady that she's no longer with us, but she had the heart of a hero, and she was such a patriot.
I've got to read this because first of all, I'm going to get into this. We're fortunate here today to have three mayors with us that served in the city of Dunnellon. One's still serving, now two of them past served. Walter's in the back, Mayor Burns up here in front, and I had the privilege of doing that several years ago too. And it's always been an honor to serve this city and this community. But when we get together here, each year on this solemn occasion to honor those men and women who fought for our freedom, those who gave all for the land of the free and the home of the brave. It is an honor to be here today to talk about something that I hold so dearly, a long time, for some generations to feel appreciation, honor, and support for our veterans. But I believe, as the showing does today, that we now understand that without veterans to look up to and to remember, that we would not have a flag or freedoms to look up to either. These valiant soldiers died for those they didn't even know, but for a country, a flag, a freedom, they did. And this is the debt that we can never, ever repay them. I ask that every time you see a veteran, remember their sacrifice for your freedom, shake their hand, and thank them for their service. We don't know the extent of his or her injuries or the burdens that they carry from the wars or the time they served. We only know that they went, they fought, they served, and they made a difference. Those who are not with us, we cannot thank enough in person, but we can and we will remember them today and every day that we see our flag flying. So God bless America and God bless our foreign soldiers. I thank you very much. I thank you, Kenny Dawson. At this time, I would like to introduce the mayor of our great city, Mr. Burns.
First of all, I'm very honored, and in our presence as well as City Council, as well as City staff. We support our veterans. We're behind our veterans 100%. With that said, I'd just like to take a minute and reflect on folks that have talked about the sacrifice this great country's men and women have offered so we can sit here in freedom. And I think it's very wise that we have a remembrance of history. There was a young boy who was promised to a father called Abraham. And Abraham's job, he thought, was to raise this young boy and to become a powerful nation, a nation of God, a nation of freedom. But God would come to him and require of him to take that son to an altar and offer him up as a sacrifice. If you know the story, it comes out of the book of Genesis. If you're Jewish, out of the Torah. And basically, at the end of the story, Abraham loved God so much, he was willing to give up the very precious gift that God had given him. And as we just heard, there are mothers and fathers in this room today that have given up the solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so costly a sacrifice upon the altar of freedom. That's why we're here today. There are folks that have laid their life on the altar of freedom so we can enjoy this great nation. We have many blemishes, many warts. We have all kinds of things, but we are the hope of the world. We are freedom. And gentlemen, ladies, thank you. With that said, with the approval of our council, I'd like to offer this proclamation from our city. Our nation is honored bound to join together May 27, 2019 to remember the fallen heroes of our armed forces. And on Memorial Day, as throughout the year, we honor and pray for the men and women in uniform who answered the call of duty and made the ultimate sacrifice to maintain the security of our country and the liberties we hold so dear. And we also show our respect for the family members of those serving in our armed forces and the sacrifices that have been made to defend our dear nation and our way of life. Our grateful nation honors the selfless service of our armed forces. We acknowledge a debt of honor owed to those who have given their lives to defend and preserve America and our freedom, our values, our ideals, our democracies. It is important for us as a city and country to honor this selfless sacrifice to all the men and women of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard who died in service to our nation so that we might continue to enjoy the freedoms we so deeply cherish. The Dunnellon City Council would like to thank those members of the United States military for their ultimate sacrifice. We owe a debt that can never be repaid to those who came before and to those who stand vigil and guarding us through the night. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry.
Deeply appreciated. Also, I want to just give a real quick notice to let you know that Al from Dish TV is here. He is filming live. It's all being filmed live on Facebook and on YouTube at this time. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to have a patriotic poem read by Ed Hartlow, our Post Committee. Edward?
Watching you probably got that design.
This patriotic poem is about the flag and the veterans who died for this flag. This is the flag talking to all veterans. I am the flag of the United States of America. I bow before you with the utmost of humility and respect. As long as I exist, you will never be forgotten. Every morning when I rise, I honor you, and every night when I retire, I thank you. I do this because of the sacrifices you made for me. You protected me through the years. You said nothing will harm you, not on my watch. You provided me the freedom to go anywhere in the United States of America. You are the very essence of these words: valor, sacrifice, justice, purity, preservation, and vigilance. This is exactly who I am and what I stand for: the red, the white, and the blue. I know all of this because I share. We follow each other around.
Thank you very much. I'm about to say that I am the oldest black person in the lump. And even in Crystal River, I'm being blessed beyond many. So I'm going to recite this little poem here about World War II. And it reads, if you read in your history book You read it well. You read about a story that I'm about to tell. In 1941, the Second World War was just begun. Old Hitler and Berlin stretched out his paw. He brought the European nation in the war. Well, Hitler went out and prepared a place that he called No Man Land. But he told his soldiers, you need not fear, because I'm gonna be your engineer. We loaded our vessel, we started across. The first thing we knew, our vessel was low. This called President Roosevelt, he displeased Adolf Hitler trying to rule the seas. But they sent him a message straight from home saying, you keep our vessels along, don't there'll be a time. Way out around the Pacific border, different commanders were giving out orders. Some was high, some were low. Some said we won't fly no more. Well, they didn't fly no more that day, but O.J. Penn, he kept right on his way. Well, O.J. Penn, he had a surprise. He pretended he wasn't on either side. He came on over to the United States. So
10 years old to remember all that stuff, huh? You never know who you're standing next to and what they've been involved in. We used to have another gentleman here. He served during the Second World War. His name is Harry Painter, and he was the bodyguard for Truman. And it was amazing, the people that live in this community. You just never bragged about it. You had to draw it out. And I said, what did you do in the service? He didn't tell me. But we have a lot of veterans in this audience. You know what? Our city council that's here and the city staff, we appreciate it. I know you have a lot of things you'd like to do, but we really love that you're here with us today. It means a lot to us. Thank you very much. Okay, we have lost quite a few of our members this past year. So at this time, we're going to a reading of deceased comrades and the tolling of the bell. We have Eugene, you come forward. Walt's going to do the bell. We need to get our wreath out here. Give us wreath is coming forward. Ladies.
Kenneth M. Brown, United States Army, World War II. And may each of these comrades have eternal rest.
I have a pleasure, in a few minutes. We're going to be reassembling out back behind the building. Our scouts have Boy Scout Troop 574 and Troop 9574 and Pack 574 are going to do a flag retirement ceremony. This is a proper way to retire a worn and tattered American flag. But before we do that, we have an Eagle Scout amongst us. His name is Jeremy Rolls. His Eagle Scout project was this flag burning area that we have out here. Jeremy is here today, and I would like to see if we could recognize Jeremy. Come down and say a few words. Jeremy, there you go. Come on down. Eagle Scout Jeremy.
First of all, I want to thank my Troop 574 for everything they've done for me and my family and everybody who helped me build this. Thank you to everyone who has come out today to honorably retire the greatest flag in the world. I would like to thank everyone who gave their time to help build this flag retirement pit, but mostly I would like to remember all the men and women who gave their lives for this flag. We honor you on this Memorial Day. God bless them and the United States of America. Thank you.
We have a special presentation for Jeremy, too.
Jeremy, I would like to give you this good citizenship citation for Eagle Scout. Thank you very much. We're very proud of you.
As our scouts are going to be reassembling out in the back to do the ceremony, if you need to use the restroom, please do so. There's water up there. If you need some water, but in about 5 minutes, we're going to reassemble out.
Detail. Is it orange?
You are invited to help retire the flag.
Ready? Two. Parade, rest.
Your neighbor. How are you doing? That's what I told him. My grandparents are both of their fathers.
Oh, you are.
I know you still have your house. Nice to see you. Take care of the color. Thank you for attending.
We get Sybil back out front, if you would.